In this video, we will be unlocking the vision of the beast that Daniel received in chapter 7. Let's take a look at the vision. It says in verse 2 to 7, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of heaven were stirring up the great sea. And four great beasts came up from the sea, each different from the other. The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings. I watched till its wings were plucked off, and it was lifted up from the earth and made to stand on 2 feet like a man, and a man's heart was given to it. And suddenly another beast, a second, like a bear. It was raised up on one side and had 3 ribs in its mouth between its teeth. And they said thus to it, Arise, devour much flesh. After this there was another, like a leopard, which had on its back 4 wings of a bird. The beast also had 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible, exceedingly strong. It had huge iron teeth. It was devouring, breaking in pieces, and trampling the residue with its feet. It was different from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. I was considering the horns, and there was another horn, a little one, coming up from among them, before whom 3 of the first horns were plucked out by the roots. And there in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking pompous words. We are told that there are 4 beasts in this vision. What exactly are they? Daniel chapter 7 verse 17 tells us plainly that those great beasts which are 4 kings which arise out of the earth. In other words, they represent 4 kingdoms. Even though these kingdoms are not specifically named in this chapter, as we work from part to whole and whole to part, we will be able to identify these kingdoms in relation to the world kingdoms revealed in Daniel chapter 2. In summary, the first beast, the lion with eagle's wings, is Babylon. The second beast, the bear with 3 ribs between its teeth, is Medo-Persia. The third beast, the leopard with 4 heads and 4 wings of a bird on its back, is Greece. And the 4th beast, the dreadful and terrible beast, is Rome. Let's take a look at each beast. The lion-eagle kingdom corresponds to the head of gold, Babylon. The lion is the king of the beast, and the eagle is the king of the birds of the air, which speaks of power, authority, and glory. This beast represents Nebuchadnezzar as the king of Babylon. Daniel chapter 2 verse 37 to 38 tells us that King Nebuchadnezzar is the head of gold and is a king of kings, for the God of heaven had given him a kingdom of power, strength, and glory. Archaeological evidences have discovered Babylon's statues and symbols as of a lion. The eagle's wing that were plucked off speaks of how Nebuchadnezzar was deposed from his kingdom as his heart was changed from that of a man to that of a beast. His body was wet with the dew of heaven till his hair had grown like eagle's feathers and his nails like bird's claws. We are also told that this first beast was given a heart of a man, which speaks of Nebuchadnezzar's restoration to sanity when he acknowledged and recognized that the Most High rules in the kingdom of man. The bear kingdom corresponds to the breast and arm of silver of the image, Medo-Persia. The bear is cruel, powerful, bloodthirsty, and crushes all in its power. It is not as majestic as the lion. It is fierce, slow, and ponderous in its movement. So was the Persian Empire. History tells us of a historic record where Xerxes went against Greece with an army of 5 million men. There was a waste of much human life in its conquests. He attacked by mass of armies and brute force. Some of the Persian princes were known for being exceedingly cruel. The 3 ribs point to Babylon, Lydia, and Egypt, who formed a triple alliance against Middle Persia but failed and were destroyed. The leopard kingdom, with 4 wings of a fowl and 4 heads, corresponds to the belly and thighs of brass in the image dream, Greece. The leopard is noted for its agility, its swiftness of movement. The 4 wings of a fowl speak of additional flight power, but not the flight power of the lion kingdom had with its eagle's wing. The fowl uses its wings for speed, not for flying. The Grecian kingdom could not compare with the eagle wing power of Babylon. The Grecian Empire under Alexander the Great overthrew Persia and subdued most of the then known world in about 10 years. The 4 heads point to how, after the death of Alexander the Great, the Grecian kingdom was divided into 4 generals. Although it is only briefly mentioned at this point, we must take note of these 4 heads, especially when we look at future chapters. The terrible beast kingdom corresponds with the legs of iron of the image dream, Rome. There is no creature in the kingdom of animals to describe its dreadfulness and terribleness. It was the fiercest of all the beasts combined. It devours, tramples, and breaks into pieces the whole world and the other kingdoms. It has iron teeth, speaking of ruthlessness, cruelty, and strength. The common saying speaks of the iron rule of Rome that crushed all who would not submit to its power. The legs of iron and the teeth of iron are the things that corresponds in Daniel chapter 2 and Daniel chapter 7. 10 horns on the terrible beast corresponds with the 10 toes of the image dream, the antichristal kingdom. Horns are symbolic of the power of the animal or the beast with horns. Horns in scripture also speak of kings or rulers of kingdoms. Daniel chapter 7 verse 24 tells us that the 10 horns are 10 kings who shall arise from the 4th kingdom, that is, the terrible beast kingdom. The 10 toes are part of the feet of the image dream. In like manner, the 10 horns are part of the 4th beast. Just as the feet are the last part of the body of a man, and the 4th beast was the final manifestation of the beast kingdoms, so it indicates that the 10-horn kingdom that corresponds to the 10 toes from the image dream will be manifest at the end of the age. It speaks of the antichristal kingdom that is in place when Jesus Christ returns. Out of the midst of the 10 horns, we are for the first time introduced to a little horn. What is this little horn? What is it about this horn that troubled Daniel so much that he wanted to know the truth about it? The little horn uprooted 3 other horns out of the 10 on its way up. The little horn is the personal Antichrist. Antichrist is not just a system and a spirit, but also a person. In chapter 2, Nebuchadnezzar does not see another little toe arising out of the 10 toes, but to Daniel alone, further revelation of the little horn is given. The little horn has eyes of a man, which speaks of perception, sight, insight, and cunning intelligence, and the mouth of a man speaks of the power of speech, the power of words, control, rule, and authority. Concerning this little horn, a very important piece of information is given, and that is the time element of time, times, and half a time. In other words, 3.5 years, which take us to the Great Tribulation, the period of time right before the second coming of Christ. The beast rising up out of the sea, spoken of in the book of Revelation, is clearly seen as the Antichrist. When we compare and contrast Daniel chapter 7 with Revelation chapter 13, we discover that the little horn of Daniel 7 and the beast of Revelation 13 is actually the same individual, that is, the personal Antichrist. It is therefore essential to be familiar with Revelation chapter 13 before moving on to the next video. Let's review. The first beast, the lion with eagle's wings, is Babylon. The second beast, the bear with 3 ribs in its mouth, is Medo-Persia. The third beast, the leopard with 4 wings and 4 heads, is Greece. The fourth beast, the terrible beast, is Rome. The 10 horns found on the fourth beast is the kingdom of the Antichrist, and the little horn that plucks out 3 of the 10 horns is the personal Antichrist. In the next video, we will look further into this little horn and the destiny of the world kingdoms.